So it's going to be a good topic. And today's my birthday. So please write happy birthday for me in the comments. I am 37 years old. Man, it doesn't feel like it though. It's so crazy. Taking a leap from the 9 to 5 world where you have consistent pay, where you know the job market, there are a lot of responsibilities that aren't on your shoulders. You do what you're told is a very comfortable way of living. And going from that to freelance videography or just owning your own business is such a huge decision that I don't think people should take lightly. My story is completely different from somebody who's choosing to leave a job because I was let go of a job. I was furloughed because of COVID. You know, my job started to slow down, so I was still getting paid. I just wasn't at work. And then it turned into a full layoff where the market had changed so much due to COVID that bringing me back on would cost the business more money. So they decided to eliminate my position altogether. So I didn't necessarily choose this. It kind of just landed on me. I was already doing it part-time with the job I already had corporately. I was just doing videography stuff on the weekends. But now that I was able to take on more projects and more demand, I just started to do so. So my story is completely different from yours if you're choosing to do this. There are some things that are key to make this big decision. So I'm just going to help you out and give you what I think you should know. And one of those things is consistent client demand. Like I said, I was doing stuff on the weekend, so I had already built up traction. People were contacting me midweek when I was at work and I wasn't able to take on certain projects. But now that I was able to do it because I had free time, I was able to just say yes to everything as opposed to stuff that was strictly on a Saturday. And that's something you can do right now as you're working. You know, you don't have to quit to do freelance stuff. You can do it in your spare time. You can do it after work. Like there would be times where I would have a job come at me that would give me so much more money than what I was getting paid to do corporately that I took PTO and I did that job. So it was like I got paid double on that day. So there's a way to do it before you actually quit or decide to leave, because you need to test the waters to see if this is something you want to actually do anyway. Like you don't know if you'll love freelance videography. You're seeing it from the outside in, or maybe you're looking at it like I hate my job where I'm at, so anything would be better. Still, you need some type of consistent demand to see if you would even be in business after leaving your 9 to 5. So that's one. And then the second would be like financial cushion. I would say have like 3 to 6 months saved up. For me, it was different because I was getting unemployment due to COVID. You know, I was getting stimulus checks. And I was door dashing in my spare time. So I was just kind of like storing, but not storing. I had money I knew was coming in because of unemployment. And that allowed me to save a little bit more during that rough time. The difference in freelance from a 9 to 5 is you probably get paid every week or bi-weekly, however you get paid. With freelance, I might get paid on a Monday. I might get paid on a Thursday. It's not every single week. Sometimes I just get paid multiple times throughout the week. And because of that, I'm never really sure how much money I'm going to make at the end of the week. It's just kind of up in the air. So having like financial cushion allows me to, if I had a slow week, I'm not panicking. And I'm building the habit of saving, because in a really, really good month, I'm saving money. I'm not just spending it because I made a good amount that month. I don't know when a slow month is coming. I don't know when a drought may come. So it just so it's just wiser for you to build up the habit of saving money. At least that's what I believe. Like your income fluctuates so much in this industry. So you got to make sure that you can survive if you don't have a really good week. Because the last thing you want to do is jump into freelancing and panicking. And I hate using the word freelance. You're going to be a business owner. So if you're jumping into being a business owner, you don't want to start that with panic. You don't want, like, people can see that. Like when you're really reaching for a job, I feel like your eagerness to get a job, you'll start taking on different jobs for really cheap just to have some money coming in, which is fine. But overall, you want to stay calm so that you get what you're worth, not just get anything that's thrown at you. Like I want you to flourish. I don't want you to just reach for crumbs. I'd say the next one is building confidence. Like a lot of people jump into this field with a very low confidence in talking to people and their sales tactics or their sales pitch or their sales skills, their editing format, their editing skills, their filming skills. Like there's so much that you have to do to build confidence in. So when you actually get here, You know how to talk to people. You know how to edit the stuff that they want. You built a portfolio that has extensive work, and you're just confident that you can do a job. Because nothing is worse than when you are just starting out, somebody comes to you with a job that's bigger than you're thinking, and you are not confident in doing that thing. Like, I cannot tell you how many jobs I went on where I had no confidence in the entire shoot. I was just terrified that I was going to mess something up. I was scared that my memory card was going to fill up. I was scared that the composition was going to be wrong. I was scared that I was going to forget to hit record. Like, you never want to go to a job scared. You want to always have confidence. And if you come across a problem during that shoot, you're confident on how to solve it. So do things that are going to build your confidence throughout your business journey. It is so important that you feel like that you know what you're doing and that you have confidence in the decisions you make. I would say the next one would be business planning, I would say the next thing would be having a business plan and going over pricing, like how I went over pricing. And I know a lot of people think that I charge low, whatever, but the way I went over my pricing was I decided to break down how much I wanted to make per year. Like at my other job, I was making over 100,000 per year. So it only made sense to strive for that. And thankfully I have been, I've been making 100K every year since I've started. So let's say you wanted to make 100K per year and you need days off. So let's say you wanted to take 30 days off. Let's just say a month's worth of time. You take 365 minus 30 because you want to take your days off. So you're at 335. It would be more if you plan to take weekends off. But when I started, I was working like every single day for a while. That was probably how I got burned out the first time. But you're at 335. Divide 335 by 100,000, and that brings you to $300 per day. So knowing that you have to make a certain amount of money every day would allow you to kind of gauge how much you want to charge per project. Now, if you're the type of person that you want to take Saturdays and Sundays off, that's 104 days per year. Now, I don't recommend that because you just don't know when somebody's going to require your services. Most of my business owners actually reach out to me more on Saturdays. So you take 365 minus 104. That's for weekends. How many weekends are in a year? So that's 261 days. You divide that by 100K because that's how much you want to make in a year. And you come out to 383 per day. Now, I'm not doing this on the top of my head. I'm actually looking at it right now. So you come out to 383 per day. So for your weekly income, that's 1,915 a week. Now you can look at it like per week or you can look at it per day, but whatever that looks like for you and your demand, if you like have everyday type of clients, then you know how much you need to be charging because you know your daily goal. That will get you to 100K. But that's a business plan. Like, you don't want to just come out here hustling and you get what you get. Like, you want to plan for it so that when you get it, you know what to charge. That way you can reach your goal by the end of the year. My next one, I would say, would be growth. And that's all encompassing. You should be staying in a lane of learning constantly. I'm a believer. I believe in Jesus. So that means I'm going to church. I'm going to Bible studies. I'm reading my Bible to keep me calm because the anxiety will come up. But knowing that God has a plan for my life keeps me calm, keeps me confident, knowing that I have backup. Like, God is not going to let me fail. I'm constantly reading books written by millionaires or people who have earned their living. I'm watching podcasts to keep me inspired on how other people manage their money, constantly reading books, constantly watching different techniques on how to make my skill set better to bring better value to my clientele. Like, staying in a sphere of learning will calm your anxiety down so quick because you're constantly adding value to yourself. So you don't have time to panic. You don't have time to be anxious. You know that if anybody contacts you, you can do the job because you've been studying, you've been practicing, and you've been learning. The second you stop learning, your business is going to die. I guarantee it. It's just so much that can happen when you're not learning. You're doing the same type of job constantly, right? You get bored with that. I don't care who you are. You are going to get bored with that style or that, what's the word? I want to say strategy, but that method, you get bored with it. And when you get bored with something, you want to quit or you want to leave. So staying learning keeps you on top of your excitement. It helps me stay excited when I learn something new because naturally I just want to apply it. And when you're putting yourself in a position to learn, you're actually putting yourself in a position to apply. So make sure you stay on top of learning. And my last one will be just mindset. Like, your mindset should be like self-disciplined, because you don't have anybody to look over your shoulder. You don't have anybody to tell you what to do. You don't have anybody to tell you where to go or how much to charge. Like, you are your own boss, which is a blessing, especially if you don't like to be micromanaged. But that means you need to be on your own behind, you know, to get stuff done. So if you don't like to be micromanaged, then you need to have a mindset of discipline. Like, I'm grateful that I'm married. I'm grateful that I'm a father. I'm grateful for certain things that help me stay disciplined, like going to the gym, Bible studies, church, serving, doing things that allow me to deny myself, like my self gratification, to do things that are going to benefit me later on. Like, I'm planting a seed in all the things that I do. Because one, being a business owner doesn't mean you get to do what you want. Being a business owner means you get to serve other people and do what they need. It's not about you. The best business owners are the ones that know how to serve the best. And if you don't know how to serve, if you're very selfish, it's going to be very hard for you to make a living as a freelancer. So if you don't go to the gym now, start going. Like, if you're somebody that doesn't like to wake up early, I challenge you to start waking up early to go do that. Like, it's those little self-discipline things that really start to shape your thinking to do the hard things. Because you're going to come across some hurdles. You're going to come across some hard things. But when you wake up early, you start your day waking up early, right? Nobody wants to wake up early because you're getting out of a comfortable bed, nice warm bed, and going out into the cold. It's dark outside, to go to a gym, to do workouts that will probably hurt or make you sore. Those things, you're already starting your day with doing the hard stuff. You're doing the stuff that's not easy for most people. And that's actually how I got most of my clients. Like, I was hearing other videographers were struggling turning things around quickly. So guess what I did? I did the hard thing and decided to turn things around quickly. People would say that they're not getting multiple angles. They're not doing multiple cameras. Guess what I started doing? Multiple angles, multiple cameras. Like, yeah, it takes a little bit more time, but I'm noticing the stuff that's hard for other people and started to do that. So your mindset will shift. And overall, I think it just helps you grow faster, knowing that you're disciplining yourself to stay to a strict schedule in your marketing, in your finances, in your management. It's so big. It's one of the reasons why I started striving just through social media. I realized there was so many videographers that weren't making content. So even still, there are people I know that aren't making it. And I was meeting most of my people online, most of my clientele. And they would see my stuff and they're like, see, I like how your stuff looks. I want stuff like that. Let me hire you for that. And I would get new business. So it helped me stay disciplined, knowing that other people weren't doing it. Did I always want to do it? Of course not. But overall, I'm a business owner. So I got a business to run. I don't want it to run me. We're going to wrap this video up. I hope you guys found it helpful. If you did, please like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Share it with a friend. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.